的是别的地儿，不是这个，你知道吗？
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the world-famous Universal Studio Tour. My name is Ryan, and I'll be your tour guide today as we lift the veil of secrecy on some of today's hottest filming locations. Now, as part of the tour today, you are going to need a pair of 3D glasses. I'll make sure y'all picked up a pair. If you didn't, just raise your hand up high and we'll get your pair right away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we get 4 3D glasses, please? Thank you. Anybody else need some? No? Alright, cool. Also this time, if you have any small children, let's say their feet can't reach the bottom of the tram, go to move them towards the center of the seats there. That's the safest place for them because we're doing some sudden tram movements, rocking and rolling throughout the tour today. And folks, we're going to leave the theme park behind and head into the world's biggest and busiest working studio. That's right, we shoot everything down there. Music videos, commercials, hit television shows, blockbuster movies. But we've got some filming going on today for home and family. You're going to see this pop up on your screens. That means we're entering into a quiet zone. But no worries, you guys can still talk quietly amongst yourselves. I just have to go off the microphone and turn the volume off on the speakers there. Now, folks, we're going to get away, but I want to introduce you now to my very special co-host. You might know him from Saturday Night Live. He's also the host of The Tonight Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Fallon's going to be joining us today.
Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide,
Ryan.
And the greatest driver,
Chris.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Ryan
both me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, Jimmy. We do have a few safety rules to go over. First and foremost, please remain seated at all times while the tram is in motion. Keep your hands, arms, legs, feet, fin, feathers, selfie sticks inside the tram at all times. Now, there's no smoking on the tour. If you have an emergency of any kind, let's say a medical emergency, or if you accidentally drop something off the side of the tram, that's when you need to go ahead and pull that emergency cord that's running up and down the center of the ceiling. Also, if there are any audio or visual issues with the screens or the volume, just pull that cord and I will come back and assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Now, folks, you want to have your cameras out for some amazing photo opportunities. You never know who or what you might see on the tour, but to keep those cameras protected, because we have some water effects. If you're sitting in a blue seat, chances are now, we are over 100 years old here at Universal Studios. If you look to either side of the tram, you can see some of the classic films we made over the last 100 years. I'm going to play for you my favorite black and white film. See if you guys can guess which movie this is from.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know.
I have everything ready for you, and this is theirs. Thank you all.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrett.
Not quite done, but soon. Very nice. Hello. Yes?
Every bottle of champagne is sent to the room to us. To make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
Either Jimmy Fallon is doing something really awesome to make himself look young, or that is not a classic black and white film. That was shot recently on Soundstage 20. We're going to look at some sound stages. We have over 35 on the front line. To the left is Soundstage 12, where they shoot The Voice.
Hey everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on Stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
That's right, folks. This also housed some of the largest sets ever constructed.
Hi, I'm Steven Spielberg, and it's hard to believe that over 20 years ago, I shot the first Jurassic Park film right here on the Universal lot at Soundstage 12. We built the entire visitor center inside that building, and even the massive dinosaur atrium.
And now we are passing by some of the busiest sound stages on our lot. Stages 25, 24, 23, and 22 used to be all home to CSI, the original crime scene investigation. starring Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue. Stage 24, you can see what an empty sound stage looks like there. Got those highly insulated walls. That way we can get a nice clean sound recording on the inside. You see some new sets being built into stage 23 and 22. That's for the brand new comedy Superstore. And building the sets right now inside those sound stages. Another reason why we use those sound stages is to protect our sets from the outside weather. We can also control all of the lighting elements. Shoot night scenes during the day scenes during the night. Now off the left-hand side, stage 27. There's a few scenes that were shot inside that sound stage.
Okay, listen up. Quiet down.
Whatever the reason, Spock on his shoes. He stood outside his cave, hating.
Also inside stage 27 is where they shoot the Mindy Project, starring Mindy Kaling. It's coming to Hulu very soon. A lot of TV shows shoot here on the line. In fact, Universal Studios is part of NBC Universal. It's one of the largest entertainment companies in the world. They also have some of your favorite TV networks, like NBC, Sci-Fi, USA, Bravo, Telemundo, Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, Weather Channel, Esquire Network, Oxygen, and NBC Sports. Now to the right, stage 44. They shot some scenes for Furious 7. That's the newest Fast and Furious film, of course. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Dwayne Johnson. Inside stage 44 is also where they shot the television show Parenthood. Craig T. Nelson, Lauren Graham. Hi, Ted. How you doing? Right behind these buildings where Ted was there, on the left-hand side, these used to be dressing rooms and fully furnished bungalows for some of Hollywood's hottest stars. Talking about Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart. Now they've been converted into production offices for some of Hollywood's hottest writers, directors, and producers. In fact, in these offices, you find the home of Illumination Entertainment, the other producers of Despicable Me, The Lorax, the brand new Minions movie, which just came out this summer. All of the pre-production happens inside these offices. Everything that needs to happen for the film before the camera rolls. Also, the De Laurentiis production company is right here. They're the producers of the show Hannibal, which actually just moved to Saturday nights on NBC. They're in Alfred Hitchcock's old office there, Bungalow 5195. You can still see his famous silhouette. Of course, he's one of the most influential directors of all time.
Said he moved into that office. I said, no, I could never be in Hitchcock's office. I should be trying a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
Birds? That was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo.
One of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
Now we're leaving the front lot behind, heading into the back lot. To the left is our Metropolitan sets. It's the beginning of New York Street. You know what, I'm going to turn over my co-host Jimmy Fallon. He knows a little something about filming in New York.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
That's right, folks. One of our most popular filming locations, the Metropolitan sets. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shot here. Agent Carter shot here. And we got the world just around the corner here on our Metropolitan sets. We're entering into our London Square. A little different architecture, so we have different locations in mind. And we can decorate our sets using different techniques like, for instance, in either one of the sides of the tram on the sidewalks, you can see these square metal plates, little holes in them. We pop those out. We can plug in our very own fire hydrants, parking meters, street signs, even the working stoplights on the left-hand side, you see there. They just plug into those electrical components and control those elements. Now, what's amazing about these buildings, they look very realistic, especially on the camera, but they're actually what we call facades. Meaning we just move the front and sides of the buildings, your imagination fills in the rest. What looks like brick and stone is actually just foam rubber and fiberglass built on a wood frame shell. Now here we are on New York Street. The amazing Spider-Man is winging his webs right down this very street here. Also, the Mindy Project has shot here on our Metropolitan sets as well. Now, as I mentioned, we can decorate these sets to look like virtually any city in the world. It was even decorated for downtown Chicago for the Blues Brothers.
When the Pinto fell,
And you saw it land and make this big hole in the street. That was on the back lot. We dropped it from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago, you not a good idea.
When people ask me,